Good evening. Everybody's there. Turn my music down. See if we get anybody joining in. We'll start off with Jason Johnson. Howdy. Who's there? Who's watching this evening? Anybody want to join in? Any Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans in particular? And in the mood to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. The show comes back the 27th. So, kind of getting a head start. I have some sketches already started out. I have Daisy Johnson, Alfonso McKenzie, and Bill and Melinda. If you'd rather see one I'm worked on, just let me know. The link to join me in the stream is in the chat. If you're coming in to troll me, though, I will boot you. All right. Donovan, are you an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan?
Actually, to be kind of honest, I'm not really much of a superhero comic fan. I mean,
well, then why are you here?
I just thought I'd join. But yeah, I mean, although to be fair, a lot of the recent Marvel movies of recent are probably have been more better than they were in the past. I've seen a couple of them in theaters. That's why.
All right. Well, don't be talking smack about S.H.I.E.L.D. because I'll boot you out.
That's okay. I probably wouldn't know how to talk smack because I'm not much of a TV watcher. I more read books. So, yeah.
Okay. See, now you can't talk Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff with me, though.
I could probably talk other stuff, though.
Yeah, well, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. centric stream tonight.
Okay.
It's okay, though. We'll see. We'll see if anybody else shows up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Said I'm just kind of looking forward to the new season, trying to get in the swing.
Mm-hmm. Although I do have an update on the comic project I was working on, sort of an update.
Okay.
It's more of an idea. And the idea was that for my main character, that
Hi, John.
other character that I drew like Saturday, I also added another friend character who is this character's sister. And the idea was to sort of make them like into a sort of single parent type of thing.
Okay.
Single parents.
Let's see. Hi, John, Darren. I find the Marvel next shows to be superior to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hey, don't come in here talking smack about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Darren. Them's fighting words.
But anyways, yeah, it's a little bit of stepping out of my comfort zone as far as writing is concerned for me.
I'm sorry. One more time, Donovan.
So basically, the idea was that my main character Jenny has two friends. One name's Becky, the other name's Laura, and they're both like single parents,
Okay.
and would sort of like on the side kind of explore that dynamic and their lives a little bit. Sort of like how you had those side characters in other comics, like For Better, For Worse. And
Don't get me wrong, Darren. I enjoyed the Netflix shows also, but I've been an Agents of Shield fan from the beginning. I'm the one. I'm the one fan they have. No, there's others. Believe it or not. I've yet to watch Agents of Shield. Well, get on it, John. The one starting in the end of May is the last season, so that's a good time to catch up if you want to. Yes, Ming Na Wen is the Asian of Shield. Actually, so is Chloe Bennett. Chloe Bennett's half Chinese. Or half Japanese. Half Japanese.
Oh, I get the pun.
If you look up Chloe Bennett, she had a short J-pop career as a pop singer in Japan. So you can find music videos of her doing Japanese songs.
Hmm.
Is there a connection with Captain America's Shield and Agents of Shield? Well, I mean, if you watch the Avengers, you'll know that Bill Coulson was the one that was there when they resurrected Steve Rogers, right? He's the one that designed the initial costume that he wore when he came back. So there's that. And then if you watch the Agents of Shield series after Agent Coulson loses his hand, spoilers, they replace his hand with a mechanical one that is able to emit an electronic shield that's similar to Captain America's. As far as the hand, I know I don't know. I made the hand kind of chunky though, but I think that's because my references are chunky. Is the background in your house, Donovan? Somebody moving something around?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. I wasn't going senile and hearing things.
No, that's the cooking going on.
See, John, I miss when Steve Rogers was a commercial artist and he kept getting fired because he missed his deadlines because he was saving the world. Yeah, that was kind of an odd. It's when artists try to like live vicariously through their characters, you know. That was kind of an odd one. But you know, they say write what you know, right? So Peter Parker was a journalist, a writer. So that way, like Stan Lee and Roy Thomas and people that wrote him would, you know, have something to connect to on them, so they could have something to relate to.
Yeah. It's kind of one of the reasons why I made my character a cartoonist.
Yeah. Well, that's what John was saying. Initially in the comics, Steve Rogers was an illustrator, commercial artist. But see, you don't have the problem, like your character's not going to be trying to save the world, so it won't make it weird when she can't meet her deadlines because she's out saving the world.
Yeah. If anything, it'd be more like John Arbuckle, where you know the guy's a cartoonist, but they don't necessarily elaborate on it too much. They just mostly focus on John Arbuckle, even though more on Garfield. It's an aspect of John Arbuckle that a lot of people overlook is the fact that he is, in fact, a cartoonist.
Thus, you know, other Agents of Shield fans in the watchers want to jump in, talk. I should have rousted Alan. I know Alan and his family watch Agents of Shield.
Alan Lowe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Lowe. John, how is the mini-con setup going so far for you?
Hmm.
And Donovan. Oh my God, here's just John. Oh my God, I just lost 20 IQ points reading and arguing about this guy who stated She-Hulk. He's like the only character who had a 9-to-5 job. He kept changing the rules and argued with freelancers. And if you own the company, then it didn't count. Yeah, nerd fights.
Yeah.
Nerd fights. Nerd! Okay. Donald Blake was a doctor. Remember that? When Thor used to change back into a normal human.
Were there any superheroes who were like mothers?
Were there any superheroes that were like mothers?
Spider
Woman actually had a baby in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
So Peter Parker and Clark Kent don't count. Why not? Or 9-to-5. Peter Parker was a photojournalist. Well, mainly a photographer, but Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne don't count because they were billionaires. Doc Samson was a doctor. Bruce Wayne was a physicist. Not Bruce Wayne, Bruce Banner. Sorry. Had a senior moment there. Sorry.
So, a little off topic, but yesterday it was sort of like killing a little bit of time, but there's this anime I discovered called Chargeman Ken. You ever heard of it?
Sure. I'm not really watching the anime at the moment.
Well, this one's an anime.
Sue Richards was a mother.
Yeah. This is probably like a anime that no one's really ever heard of because it's from the 70s, but you ever experienced it, it's really something. It's like one of those animes that is so bad it's awesome. Not just so bad it's good, so bad it's awesome.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. It's like Chargeman Ken is old, like 1974. So, John, you've heard of it, right?
Okay. Chargeman Ken is old like 1974, yes.
Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, so bad it's good, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to get some more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans in the group here. I don't use a ruler when inking, not unless I need to make a really long straight line. Not generally. Especially when I'm drawing like organic stuff, Darren. I find the flaws or the variants just a little more organic and lifelike. I'll use a ruler maybe if I'm doing like architecture, stuff like that, where you need to have that inorganic precision. But that's just preference. That's not, I'm not one of these guys that says my way's the right way or anything like that, Darren. There's lots of different ways to create artwork, and you use what's right for you. But one thing I have done is I've trained my hand. You see, I'm not making like short. You see a lot of guys when they draw, they make like short strokes and they build the long lines with a series of short strokes. I've been training myself to just go for the long line. If it's a little off, it's a little off. But I think it looks better than a series of a bunch of short strokes. That's personal, again, personal opinion. I just wanted to have some kind of webbing kind of stuff on her outfit. I want to have the same thing here on the tricep. Anybody else has a question? Fine. That's or you want to talk Marvel or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The stream is at the top of the comments. I can post it again if anybody wants to come in. I did post a link on YouTube again. We'll see if we get butt heads, but I'll take the chance. Let's see. John is saying Akira Toriyama, who did Dragon Ball in some of his art, you can tell he freehands some straight lines. and especially curves. In Chrono Tiger, the front of the ship looked a little off. In Dragon Ball Z, there was an image where Gohan was riding on a bicycle. The wheels looked off kind of as well. Yeah, like like I said, if you're drawing hard surface objects like vehicles and buildings and stuff, then I might want to use a ruler. But if you're drawing organic stuff, or even artificial stuff made out of organics, like I would say, like a wooden fence, I would probably not use a ruler for a wooden fence because that gives you the variation of the wood. Who else is watching? John, Brett. Brett's in there. I don't see Brett. Brett's not talking.
Actually, this might be a little bit of cheating, but for straight lines, I usually just go straight to GIMP and just use like the box tool or the border tools.
And that's fine if you're in a drawing program. I'm not in a drawing program, Don. I'm drawing on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So even if I wanted to do that, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
When is She-Hulk projected to come out? You know, John, with COVID, I don't know when anything's coming out anymore. It wasn't scheduled to come out this year anyway, though. The ones that were scheduled to come out this year were the Vision and Wanda series, I think, and Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think those were the only two that were scheduled to come out this year. But I've lost track. Vision of Scarlet Witch looks awesome. You think so? I'm a little wary about that one. I'm glad they got the actors, and it's going to be live action. But the premises that I've heard for it are kind of strange. But I guess that's kind of the point. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the Multiverse of Madness. It's supposed to lead into the Doctor Strange movie, the Multiverse of Madness. But again, I don't know how well it's going to do that. So if it was Marvel, it's just the Fifth Element, Multiverse versus Multipass. Okay. Not sure I get that one. Do I need to turn on my overhead light? Am I getting too dark?
No, I can see you good. Can see you pretty good still.
Yeah.
May want to turn it on soon, just in case.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm sorry, John. What's good? I didn't understand. Take it off in there, have fun. Might pop in later. Still hunting for my inventory for the con. All right, John. You got weeks. You got weeks. Don't feel rushed on the con. So let's call that ready. So I think I need to have another strap across the wrist. Hey, John. Have a good night, John.
Darren's asking what's the point size of the pen you're using.
That's a 0.8. The smaller one's 0.3 or 0.3. But like most things, I don't get wrapped up into what pen size and stuff I'm using and stuff. That's you can make art with any tool. It's just a matter of learning it. So I always get amused when, like, on certain videos, people ask me what tools I'm using. It's like, it doesn't matter. The tools are tools. No tool is going to replace putting in the time to get better with it. All right. So there's a Daisy Johnson sketch for now. Let's move on to the next one. I'll get through the sketches and I'll start playing with some color. So, Alfonso McKenzie, Agent Mac. By the way, Darren, did you see my note in the Minicon about putting in your disclaimer? Let's pop over to YouTube and see if there's. Yep. Okay, just making sure, Donovan. Or Darren, sorry. Darren, what was your favorite Netflix show for the Marvel stuff? What's going on at your house, Donovan?
It's just mostly like my parents talking and stuff, and my dad was just talking to the dog right now,
Talking to the dog.
like trying to get him to move or something, move out of the way.
It sounds like they're moving furniture around.
Well, actually, they're mostly like cooking dinner right now.
Okay.
Reminds me, I might take off a little early just to go get dinner. May come back though.
No worries.
Yeah. Right now I'm doing a sort of like expression chart for one of my characters.
Mm-hmm.
I've drawn my character Jenny mad before, but I never drawn her husband David mad before or annoyed. Because I don't necessarily think some of my characters get that mad unless pushed too far by something from the outside, but they're not above getting annoyed at certain things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Darren says he enjoyed it all, but Iron Fist could have been better. Iron Fist comics were better than the Netflix series. Iron Fist broke my soul. So I liked Iron Fist the comic as a kid, and then I watched that show, and I sold my Iron Fist comics.
Uh,
Look how much that show hurt me.
I'd use the term ruined childhood, but yeah,
Yeah,
probably not necessarily.
Nobody can ruin your childhood. You can't ruin stuff that's already happened.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, there is some way to ruin a childhood, and that way to ruin a childhood is just to sort of like deprive kids of a childhood if you want to get like philosophical.
You're talking present tense. I said past tense.
Yeah. I'm just talking more philosophical terms, though. Hypothetical. Well, it's not to say that a bad remake can ruin your perception of a childhood favorite. It's what Alvin and the Chipmunks did to me. Although, looking back on it, like as a kid, chipmunks seem pretty cool, but as an adult, the only like chipmunk song I can like really listen to and relate to are the Christmas songs like Christmas Don't Be Late and stuff.
See, now here's where I might use a ruler, Darren, when I'm like draw the shotgun part. I don't think I'm going to break out a ruler. I'm just going to wing it. Yeah, that's the noise I'm talking about. What's going on there? Someone like they're dragging around a bucket or something.
That would probably be the Tupperware. Yeah. I understand. Okay, understand.
Well, I think he's probably talking about the childhood stuff.
Yeah.
Darren, how'd your Facebook room test go? You must really hate that Tupperware.
No, they're just trying to try it, I think. Yeah. They're good cooks, but
When
they're
to use a ruler. Yeah, okay. That's what he was saying. He understood when to use a ruler. Okay. I need to tighten up my guidelines a bit. The shells are kind of the same size, close to it. Still roaming the stream. If people want to jump in and talk, topic of discussion should be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something adjacent to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel.
Speaking of Marvel, you ever heard of something called the Power Pack?
Yeah, the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Saw some fan art for it. Like Tom Bancroft fan art of it once.
Yeah, it was pretty popular. The superhero kids that kind of had secret identities as superhero kids. That was the weird part about that show. Is supposedly the parents didn't know they were out gallivanting around. Bad parenting.
Yeah. Well, when my dad was growing up, they lived in like Aina, but they biked all the way to the airport just themselves and a few other kids. But that was back in the '60s.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that's the amount of vehicles on the road were quite a bit different then.
Mm. Actually, there's always been that sort of saying that whenever whenever like people look back on what people in like pre '90s did as kids, they wonder how they could do something so dangerous.
Oh, I don't wonder that because I was there.
Hmm.
It's a different time, different amount
Yeah.
of traffic, different social norms. Yeah. Sorry, let me get John's comment up there.
Mm.
Take that off. Okay.
By the way, did you see John's Generation Gap comic strip? I think it was last week.
Refresh my memory. I probably did, but
It's the one where the parent makes the son wear all the masks.
yeah, saw that.
Yeah,
What about it?
I was just wondering if you remember. It kind of resonated with me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed. We talked about the gag, John and I.
Uh, yeah.
I'm still watching.
Okay, that one was me. Looking through some 18 by 24s.
Okay.
Looking for an old drawing I did.
remember how many feathers and everything there are. That's what I did wrong. Okay.
Darren says, I'm too used to drawing on my smartphone to the point I no longer draw in my sketchbook. Digital just has so many benefits and possibilities.
Well, to each their own.
Yeah. I used to have a difficult time, like, sticking with sketchbooks myself, but I've been slowly learning how to use them properly.
The reason I prefer traditional Darren is just because I like having an original. Like even if there's mistakes, this is a one of a kind. But I don't know if you saw my AMA. I'm from a production background, so if it's something that is on time and a budget, then I'll definitely use digital for speed, the ability to change things quickly if I have to. So, like I said, I'm not against tools. Use tools when you need them. Let's max a big guy. We'll put some heavier shadows in here.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to head out, so I guess I'll try jump in later.
All right.
See ya.
Take care. So much quieter without Tupperware being rattled around. Should put some music back on. Right. Second sketch down. One to go. See how I feel about coloring. Put some music back on. It's too quiet. Something birds and then listen to a podcast, I guess, while I'm drawing. 16 hours, maybe not. Okay, stick figure then. Some reggae music. Ron?
Hey, Mike.
Figured you'd be drawing your alien dude tonight.
No, that's done.
No.
I'm not gonna touch that anymore.
I'm doing my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. draw a sketchathon kind of thing. Oh, I can hear myself.
How's that?
We'll see you in a second. So what's up tonight, Ron?
I gotta finish up something
You
that
never
they.
You
something
never
they
watched
want-
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? You don't watch TV in general, right?
I tried to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. Just couldn't get into it.
Not even Ming Na Wen, huh?
Well, that's why I started watching it in the beginning, but then I was like, there needs to be something more to, I guess, keep me in there other than looking at her. I can't believe she's like 50 something already.
50, I want to say she's 3 years older than me, so she'd be 55.
Whoa. She looks really good for 55. Doesn't even look 55.
Yeah.
And but besides, I don't really watch the
Hey,
Marvel.
Tiffany is watching. Tiffany, do you want to join us? I mean, ostensibly, I'm drawing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff, but we talked. Darren, I thought Ghost Rider was the best season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe.
Join Tiff.
Yeah. The Darkhold was a little wacky, but
I did watch. What was that other one that was filmed in Hawaii?
Inhumans.
Yeah, I did watch. I watched all the episodes.
I think that is quite possibly the worst Marvel TV show. It's almost a toss between that and Iron Fist.
Well, I stayed to watch because I like that I like that actor that played I guess the bad guy
Yeah.
because he was in Game of Thrones and I liked him in Game of Thrones.
Ron. Can't even say his name.
Yeah.
Irwan or something like that. Irwin.
Yeah.
It's like Irwin, but not Irwin.
What is that? Scottish or something? Or maybe Welsh? I don't know. But he was really good in that Motley Crue, I don't know, biopic or whatever you call it.
Oh, no, I didn't watch that. I'm not a heavy metal guy, so I didn't watch the.
I was surprised. He was really good in that one.
Tiffany says she's cooking soup right now, but if you're still on later, I might. Okay. And then Darren says he knows Inhumans was supposed to be a movie at one point. At one point, yeah. That was back when Ike Perlmutter wouldn't share his toys.
And I think I only watched that because, well, it was in Hawaii.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that one Inhuman stayed at that ganja farm.
Oh yeah, Triton, the seagoing one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Inhumans. So I only know Black Bolt.
My wife and I actually went because they did like a theatrical release of the first 2 episodes in IMAX.
Oh.
And I mean, it wasn't, the first 2 episodes weren't horrible. They weren't as good as they could have been, obviously, but it's I mean, you work in Hollywood, Ron. You kind of know how it is. I think whoever the director of photography was just excited to be able to play with IMAX.
Oh, okay.
So there were like gratuitous IMAX-y kind of scenes, like slow motion water droplets and
yeah.
Like I think the guy was like, "Yeah, they may never let me use IMAX again. I'm going to try and get all my shots in."
It's like when they have, what? I have a CG budget of this much? Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was. Now here's the thing: both the Inhumans and Iron Fist, which were the worst shows the Marvel's made so far, were show run by the same guy, Scott Buck.
I'm guessing he won't do any more, or he'll do a big budget movie.
Yeah, I hope they never give him another Marvel property.
Who knows with these, like the Hollywood types, you could fail upwards.
Yeah, well, that's true too. I think that's how he got to where he was. I think he failed upward into those projects. Like, did you watch any of the Netflix shows?
Yeah, I've seen Daredevil. I couldn't get into Jessica Jones. I thought Iron Fist was crap, and Luke Cage I liked. Well, the first season anyway.
Luke Cage was weird because, like, for both seasons he had, half the show or half the season was good, the other half was. Meh. So like the first season, the first half of the season was good, and then it kind of went off the rails when they got rid of the
Diamondback. Yeah.
or a
Exactly.
Cottonmouth. When they got rid of Cottonmouth and went Diamondback, and it's like, well, I should have stuck
Yeah.
with Cottonmouth.
Yep.
He's a better villain. And then the second season, it was the opposite. Like the first half of the season was kind of junk, and then the second half picked up.
Oh, I never got to the second half because the first half just was like, yeah, what happened? Because I thought it was a continuation of, the second half of the first season. That vibe. Like, oh man, shouldn't have gotten rid of Cottonmouth.
Yeah, they getting rid of Cottonmouth is a bad call.
Yep, that actor is really good. I like that actor.
But Marvel liked the guy. I mean, he's the one. He's the one going to be playing Blade.
Oh, that's right. Whenever that's coming out, I guess.
And in 2050 or whenever it comes out.
I don't know. Well, I guess movie theaters are going to be less.
Darren says he finds Iron Fist to be more watchable than the Inhumans. Here's the thing for Iron Fist, Darren. Tell me if you agree with this or not. But the villains in Iron Fist weren't bad. Like the Meachums and that whole side, they were okay. If they just wanted to make it a crime show about those guys, it might have been okay. But every time Iron Fist came into the picture, it's like, yeah.
It wasn't it? That brother and sister were far more interesting.
Yeah, they were the better characters, and same thing with Inhumans. The villains were the better characters. I think Scott Buck doesn't like heroes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember watching Inhumans. I was like, "This is Black Bolt, really?"
No, but the thing is, like the guy they cast to play Black Bolt wasn't bad. Anson Mount, he's a good actor.
He's good in that. What that is it? Discovery? Isn't he in Discovery? Yeah.
And he was in like Sons of Anarchy, I think, and he's a good actor.
Just bad roles. Well, this was a bad role.
And I thought, I think he did what he could with the role. So I don't blame the actor.
Right, blame the showrunner.
I blame the showrunner. They made bad decisions, plot and story wise. and they needed a budget for Medusa's hair. It was all kinds of janky.
I felt like at one point they said, "You know what? Screw this. Cut her hair off.
Yeah,
we don't have to deal with it anymore."
Well, you say that jokingly, but I think that was a serious budget consideration.
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure it was a serious budget consideration. Like, hey, how are we going to do this? We can't afford to keep animating his hair. What if we just cut it off? Oh yeah, how do we work that in?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's why we made you showrunner.
Yeah, thanks, Scott Buck.
Oh, do you know what he's doing now?
I don't care what he's doing now. As long as it's not a Marvel property. I don't know. Let's find out.
Maybe he's gone over to DC or something.
I got IMDb for Scott Buck and see if he got a job after Inhumans. Nope, not as a producer anyway.
But is he a writer?
Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb. He's got no credits after Inhumans. All right. Well, I mean, I don't wish ill on anybody, but I'm kind of glad he's not, handling properties that I like.
Yeah, maybe that's not for him. Maybe he's better with the teen drama or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well. Just keep him away from comic movies and comic shows. Him and Ike Perlmutter. Ike Perlmutter was the exec in charge of Marvel Television.
But Marvel would not the one on Netflix, right?
When they first started, yeah.
Oh,
But he was the one that was like real tight with the purse strings and didn't want Marvel to spend any money.
oh,
That's why all the TV shows look like they're low budget.
that's a shame.
So
That's a darn shame. Especially with comic book properties, you got to spend money to make it look good. It deserves it.
you're not thinking like an exec.
I know. I should. They get to keep their jobs. They make more of the money. I need to start thinking like that. Because it's the talent that always gets, booted. I like the animated Marvel shows. Okay, so far just Spider-Man.
Yeah, I didn't watch much animated stuff. I mean, I tried to watch some of the Stretch Armstrong because I knew somebody that worked on it.
Mm.
I watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and it's not bad. It's just not for me.
Mm. Oh, I get it.
I'm not the target audience for these cartoons anymore,
No.
So it's hard for me to get into them. Although I did enjoy, everybody freaking out over that reboot of She-Ra, but I kind of enjoyed what they did with the character. I haven't watched. I watched the first season. I haven't gone back and watched it since, but I didn't hate it like everybody else.
Oh, what was that?
My phone.
Mm. No, well, different tastes, right? I mean, I like the. Well, honestly, I didn't even care for the first She-Ra, so. So it didn't matter to me when people were complaining about it. I mean, the character design, I prefer the original one.
Mm-hmm.
But the environmental designs, those were interesting. I found them interesting.
Yeah.
I tried to watch that. It's the same people that made Rick and Morty. It's on Hulu now, their new show.
No, I haven't watched anything on Hulu in a while.
I like to watch their documentaries. There's some interesting documentaries. And it's usually about aliens and government cover-ups and stuff like that. We just saw one on Netflix. It was called Hangar One. And they talked about all these UFO files from this organization called MUFON.
MUFON?
Yeah. Mutual UFO Network. And they were talking about that guy. What's his name? Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, he was the one that exposed Area 51.
Hmm.
And so they were just talking about him and how a lot of the stuff he said in '89, in the early 2000s, things popped up in our technology that Bob Lazar said they were working on back in '89.
Well, that's how technology works. It takes a while to bring stuff to full fruition and development. Aloha, Jason. Jason from Hilo.
But the cookie frog?
Yep.
Well, but back then they thought it was they thought it was crazy. And then now look, we have smartphones.
Jason, are you an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan? I'm kind of gearing up for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming up at the end of the month.
Oh, is that the last season?
Yep.
They're not going to do any spin-offs.
Well, not that I know of so far.
Hey, so since I don't follow the show or anything like that, yeah, how did that agent? Why is he still alive?
Do you plan on going back and watching?
Not really.
All right. Well, spoilers for anybody that doesn't want to know. If you just come back in a few minutes. 3, 2, 1. He's an LMD.
Well, that's that.
You remember LMDs, right, from the comics?
No.
Life model decoys. He's a robot, an android.
Really? But the one on the show is the real one.
No, he's been killed on the show.
Oh, so he did die in the first Avengers.
Oh no. Okay, so where he's at now is an LMD.
Oh, okay.
So after Avengers, he did die, quote unquote, die,
Yeah.
and they used Kree technology to bring him back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then he was killed another time, and this is in the Ghost Rider season. So the Darkhold, which is like the mystic book, he made a deal with the Ghost Rider, and that's how he survived that one. And then he was killed off again, but there was a alternate reality version of him from another, dimension. So we've gone through that.
Wow, this guy can't die, can he?
Well, he's kind of the heart of the show, So they got to find ways to do stuff with him, but keep him around,
Is it a running theme?
Yeah.
That he dies and comes back to life?
Well, it's might as well be at this point, kind of a running gag that.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they going to bring Coulson back this season?
Does he die at the end of every season?
No, but he's had his issues for sure.
Like Kenny from South Park.
Jason says he's just going to watch tonight. Not going to jump in the stream. No, that's fine. Can if you want.
Just bring the frog.
Yeah. Let the frogs out. Ooh, let the frogs out.
Hey, who did that song?
Chun Yi. I like the caption feature your stream now. Some of it's off, but it's still pretty good. I didn't realize I had a caption feature on. The caption playing? I don't see
Oh,
caption.
wow. You have a caption thing. Closed
I didn't-
caption, huh?
I didn't even realize I had closed caption. It's Chun. Chun, are you an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan? I can find another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan.
I'm a Ming Na Wen fan. Is that good enough? No?
Well, you weren't enough of a fan to stick around. So I did a Quake sketch earlier, and an Agent Mac, Alfonso McKenzie. So I guess I'll go through and erase out the pencils and throw some blotches of color on these things. What do you guys think?
Who's that?
Who's that girl?
Who's that cute hopper girl on that show?
The actress or the character?
The actress.
Chloe Bennett.
Oh, that's Chloe Bennett.
And she's playing Quake.
And what are her powers, Mike?
Like seismic kind of stuff. You know, she can cause earthquakes and stuff like that. Chun says he stopped after 3 seasons. Weaklings. You're all weaklings.
You're all worthless and weak.
That's okay. I still love you guys. It's all right.
Now drop and give me 20.
And like I said, I just want to get in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mood. So when it comes around, is Evil Ward still around? No, he's dead. He was turned into Hive, and then Hive was jettisoned into space. Did make a pretty good Hive though. Thinking the villains for the final season are going to be the Chromicons, which I don't think are a comic creation. I think they're made up for the show. But they're kind of like the Watchers, but they're androids. There's like sentient robots, sentient life form, android machines. And we have the one good sentient robot that likes Earth and he's trying to save Earth.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Which one should I color? Any votes? What should I color?
Anyone.
See what the chat says. Darren says May. Okay, so that would be the one with May and Coulson. All right. All right, May it is. May it shall be. Hopefully my pens aren't dying. I haven't refilled my pen lately. Yep, it's dying. There's a C3. I got a big C3. I wonder if that one's dead. Hey, look at that. Not much better. See how far we get. You watch what other Ming Na shows have you watched, Ron? Let's see how much of a fan you really are.
What's the one where it was a long time ago and it was about those 4 Asian women that grew up together?
The movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Joy Luck Club.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, that was 1993. So
Yep, big fan.
you're a big fan, yeah. The Joy Luck Club. Jesus. It's like one of her first movies. You haven't watched her in ER or
Whoa, she was in ER? Awesome.
or 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah, she was the judge on 2.5 Men at that time. And
Stargate.
I saw the 2.5 Men one, and I was like, oh, what's she doing with that idiot?
Yeah. Street Fighter. You didn't even get Street Fighter. Darren got Street Fighter.
Yeah, it was Chun-Li, right? Chun-Li's one. No, she wasn't. She was Chun-Li. Yeah.
It was Chun-Li.
Yeah. But yeah, big fan.
Yeah, it shows. Let's see how many other Ming Na shows you can name.
Wait, was she in Rush Hour? Oh no, that's somebody else.
Rush Hour. I don't know if she's been in a movie with Jackie Chan or not. Let me think about that.
No, I'm kidding. I know that wasn't her.
One of my other celebrity crushes was in Rush Hour, though, that Rosalind Sanchez.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm a big fan also, but don't ask me what movie she's in.
She hasn't been as many, so it'd be a little tougher. Let's see. Ming Na did a movie with Wesley Snipes called One Night Stand. She was in Stargate Universe. She was in Eureka. She is. Oh, what the heck is that? She did voice work, obviously, for Mulan, but she had a cartoon like 2 years ago. Like a spy cartoon. I can't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, she was Mulan, right?
She was Mulan.
Yeah.
Brett Okamura. Was she in Charlie's Angels? No. That was
That was racist. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm not saying that was racist. There was who was the Chinese girl in that?
It was Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. Yeah, that's it.
I remember my niece and I got into a debate on who was prettier, Ming Na Wen or Lucy Liu. She thought Lucy Liu was prettier, and I said, nope, Ming Na Wen.
Yeah, Lucy Liu's pretty too. I mean, I wouldn't take anything away from her.
Yeah, not as pretty as Ming Na Wen, though. I don't know. She's probably not listening to this, but see, Jamie, you're wrong.
About
Oh, who's prettier?
Joe Manganiello, according to her, right?
Oh, sorry, not Jamie. My niece, Jamie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Brett, that's Ron. You guys want to come into the stream? We got room.
We got a lot of room.
Here's the link. I'll post the link in the chat. I gotta remember to fill my Copics. I got a bunch of dead soldiers. Brett says, sup, Ron? He's fine watching. He's afraid to come in. He's scared.
Scared. Well, it's just me and you.
Yeah, well, you're an intimidating guy, Ron. What can I say?
Hardly. I do have opinions which maybe Diana and Kara might label offensive, but
I appreciate the offer, Ron, but I've got plenty of colors. I just need to refill them. Brett kind of went overboard and bought a ton of Copics. I don't see these closed captions you're talking about. It must be a Facebook thing.
closed caption.
Yeah, apparently it's got live closed caption. So it's like trying to figure out what we're saying on the fly.
If I go into Facebook, you'll probably hear an echo.
Yeah, just turn the sound off if you're going to do that on the stream.
Okay.
Enough for a base. Let's see. See pot, some darker. Well, I know I didn't activate the closed captioning that I'm aware of, John. So it might be a local setting.
It says the captions are automatically generated, auto-generated.
Yeah. I wonder if it's there.
And also it captions your marker sounds.
I don't think nothing in my setup. I can schedule the time. I can schedule the graphic. I don't see anything for closed caption there. Maybe it's something that Facebook implemented automatically.
Well, it did say auto-generated. You know, for the fans that are hearing impaired.
Yeah. I'm not even sure I have fans that are hearing impaired.
Hey, at least you got fans.
Do I?
Yeah, what do we have in the little stream here?
You got the Sean and Jason. And
There you
Brett.
go. 3 fans. Look at that. That qualifies as a fandom.
Are they fans though? That doesn't just because they're here doesn't mean they're fans. Does it?
Why else would they be here?
Boredom? Nothing better to do? I don't know. A big fan of mine. Sure you are, Brett.
I'm looking at Brett. Hey, sup, Brett? Sorry, I'm just reading that thing now. But that was like, and then Jason says, "How's it, guys?"
Sometimes
yeah.
when you say wrong, it translates it to wrong. What do you mean? What do you mean translates it? That's what it means. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, just check out my drawing stream. It's the wrong way to draw. Oh man. Ooh, what was that?
What was what?
Has some sort of robotic voice I hear in the background. Ooh, might be just me. I'm guessing you didn't hear the robotic voice.
No. I guess not. It's dinner time. You guys have a great evening. Laters. That's Brett. All right, Brett. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Next time, don't be scared. Jump in. A Terminator. What is that? Terminator. What are you talking about, Darren? Lost me on that one.
He wants you to draw a Terminator. Or maybe it looks like a Terminator.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's referencing there.
Whew.
Oh, the robotic voice. That's what he was referencing. Did
Well,
you
so
hear Terminator?
So
Did
here,
it sound Austrian? Was the robotic voice telling you to get to the chopper?
get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Follow me if
Oh,
you
too
want to
bad
leave.
Reed's. Too bad Reed's not isn't in here.
A little warmer.
All right, here's a topic. Best Schwarzenegger movie.
Best Schwarzenegger movie.
I know it's supposed to be Agents of Shield. But, yeah.
Schwarzenegger movie. I'm thinking. It depends on what you like about Schwarzenegger. I think probably True Lies.
Oh, okay.
That's probably gonna be my favorite Schwarzenegger movie. That'll work. Of course, that's probably because of Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, that was a good movie. James Cameron, right?
James Cameron. Yep. Terminator dude himself. There you go. That's your tie to Terminator.
Did you like Avatar?
It depends on what parts of Avatar. Visually, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Visually.
Yeah.
Story is pretty weak.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it being like one of the biggest movies of all time is mainly because it was an event movie for the 3D. It wasn't because it was a great story, but it was one of those ones you got to go see this in the theater.
You know, I watch it now
Mm-hmm.
on Disney Plus, in high def, and it looks dated to me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's well, dated in the sense that a lot of his CG now, the animals, they look plastic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what happened? It was cutting edge technology when he did it, and then now it's almost, like some cheap CG studio did it.
It definitely wasn't cheap.
No, but he made up for it.
This one's probably dead.
For Bento Box on Zoom, past couple of weeks we had sort of like a talent contest,
Okay.
and one girl on there, her talent was peeling 5 oranges completely in 1 minute.
Okay.
It was amazing.
You guys must be getting bored.
Yeah. But to me, that was the best right there. Everybody, played an instrument or sang or something like that. But nope, she came in there and peeled those oranges.
What was your talent?
Well, I just watched. I have no talent. They did say, they always push you like, yeah, you should just go on there and just do something. Yeah. The only thing I could think of was like, I do my gangster rap.
Did you do that?
Well, I told them, man, there's going to be explicit lyrics in there. So
they made you not do it.
My team wanted me to do it when we were doing one of those meetings, but not during like the studio talent contest where everybody can see.
Who do you rap?
Well, I was gonna do NWA's F the Police. But it didn't seem like the audience there wanted to hear that. All right.
Did you figure out those brushes you were trying to figure out the other night?
The bus.
The brushes. The paint brushes?
Nah, they had like your basic brushes. So I was like, I didn't feel like. I did make one brush. It's for leaves, just to make it faster for me to draw leaves on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it.
I've seen some used for like armor and making chains.
Yeah, I had that on my regular computer. I'm surprised Diane's not here.
Yeah, well, it must be a more interesting stream. I think about Ming on the show. She's so fighty.
I do follow her on Instagram. Do you follow her on Instagram?
I do, sir.
But do you belong to the Ming Na Wen fan club?
I do not belong to the Ming Na Wen fan club. I am not a mingling.
Oh, is that what their fans are called? A mingling, yeah. Aren't those aren't those two, aren't those two a couple on the show?
They're shipped. They're not necessarily a couple though. And plus, he's an LMD now, so it's kind of weird to be a couple with an LMD.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch and Vision. Yeah. There are ways. But her character doesn't have any powers, right?
Other than being fighty, no.
Mm.
Very fighty though.
Yeah, she seems like she's always kicking ass, kicking somebody's ass.
That's why you see what I did with her, right?
Bloody knuckles and blood all over her face.
Like, that's enough, Ming. That's enough, May. Back off.
So what's her, I guess, position on the show?
She is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, I mean, is you know, like, what is she, a colonel? Or I don't know if they have rankings, but, you know.
She's maybe like third in command. I don't know if
And Coulson is number one?
well, not now. He would have been. The director of S.H.I.E.L.D. At the end of the last season is Mac, Agent McKenzie. This guy.
Oh.
So he's the director at the end of the last season.
So how does Nick Fury fit into this?
Well, they've kind of divorced themselves from the cinematic universe, so Nick Fury is no longer involved at all.
Oh. Okay.
We haven't seen Nick Fury since season 2.
Was Samuel L. Jackson actually there?
Yeah, he showed up.
Oh.
As long as you pay Samuel L. Jackson, he'll show up. He's not afraid to do TV. He's not one of those guys. I'm not sure who's watching anymore. I think it's just Darren, or maybe it's me. Darren, you still there?
How many people we have left?
Because there's one. Surprise.
Oh, looks like that Covidiot is home.
What color tie should I give him?
Red.
That's a power tie. Go blue. He's more subdued. He's not a politician like that.
Did you see that? There was a meme with the white. It was basically the meme says, "Am I the only one that gets nervous when they call him the White Power Ranger?"
No, I don't think I've seen the meme, but I've heard similar jokes. It's like remember the Key and Peele sketch with the Green Ranger?
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, because he was a black guy.
Okay.
They kept wanting to call him the Black Ranger. He's no, I'm the Green Ranger. And then he ended up calling himself Black Ranger. You know, like, damn it. Yeah. Since we got two people watching now, I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe it's Diane, or maybe it's just.
Maybe it's Maybelline. All right, let me get the Sharpie out and put some broad outlines on this. Darren's still here, but he said he may leave later. That's fine, Darren. Appreciate you hanging out. Go catch up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's on Netflix. I actually don't know. I'm assuming it's on Netflix.
It's on Disney.
Oh, of course. The scratching you hear is Kitty again.
Hi, Kitty.
Kitty's,
Say, let Sonya out of the cage, Ron.
Kitty's getting up there. You know, can't jump as high as before. Gets tired out when we have that little what do you call it, laser pointer. Oh, shoot. Hate it when you put the thing on the wrong layer. Okay. Did you work today, or are you gonna work tomorrow?
Work
I mean, at the shop.
yeah, tomorrow. Today was a telework day.
Mm.
I'm gonna come and make her vest part darker.
So for that minicon, that's all it is, huh? Just create a post that shows what you're gonna
Well,
sell.
that's yeah for the sale part.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do panels too. So why don't you do a panel, Ron?
I wouldn't know what to do.
Just talk about the animation industry, an insider's view of the animation industry.
Well, that's boring.
For you, not for people that aren't in it. You'd be surprised, I bet you that, like those animation students we have in the group would probably love to hear your perspective on the industry. You have things of value to share, Ron. Can I make the vest darker or the sleeves darker? What do you think, Ron? I want to set up one of these with a darker gray, either the vest part or the sleeves.
Well, the vest is usually darker, huh?
Yeah, I think so too. Something to set it off. And then go in with a highlighter and a gel pen and add some highlights to really make it pop out again.
Hey, quick question about printing.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to print out, like say a bunch of stripes, but between those stripes I want it clear, what sort of file would I have to give to you for that to happen? Like a PNG file, or like how would I set up the drawing?
You mean transparent?
Yeah.
Well, PNG or a layered TIFF or Photoshop file with a transparent layer.
So I can, yeah. So of course there would have to be two layers.
Well, you'd have to have, transparent layer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But PNG, like when I put stuff in my print on demand, for transparency we use PNGs.
Yeah.
For a Photoshop, the other thing you do is a transparent alpha layer, like if you're making a TIFF file.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For stuff like stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, a PNG file would work.
And it can be just one layer, right?
Yeah, if it's a PNG file, it's just a transparent background layer.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you talked to John about stickers? He does those. I haven't. I mean, I have them on my print on demand sites, but I don't mess with them.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it too. Who would? Because I can just say that, hey, I have stickers, and then see how much people want them, and then I'll go get it printed, I guess.
I think the darker helps.
pops it out.
Open. Add some more highlights to give some dimensionality to it.
Hey, when was KawaiiCon supposed to be?
August.
Oh,
Oh wait, Qui-Con was supposed to be last weekend. Or this,
oh, so that's the one. Okay. What is the one in August?
August is the Comic-Con Honolulu.
Comic-Con. Do you do better in one than the other?
I do better at Comic-Con Honolulu than I would at Kauai-Con, but that's just because my kind of characters that I prefer to draw are a better fit for a comic convention than a anime and manga convention.
Mm-hmm. You only sell original artwork, right?
Yes.
No digital, right?
No, I mean, as far if anybody wants anything reproduced, that's what I do on the print-on-demand sites, the online. But at conventions, I don't sell any print stuff. One down. So we call this ship Felinda, Ron, for Phil Coulson and Melinda May.
Felinda. Hey, she doesn't look Asian.
Yeah. Doesn't really look like Ming Na either. You know, just kind of yes, kind of the character, but not too accurate.
There is a character in the comic books which Ming Na plays.
Well, she's a cinematic universe creation,
Oh, okay.
a TV show creation, but she has since been put into comic books because
Oh,
Ming Na.
okay.
So she wasn't originally; she is now.
She is now.
Who's watching? You guys are awful quiet. Whoever's watching, talk to us.
I was feeling it might be Mog.
Oh, you have that feeling.
Like somebody watching us, listening to what we have to say, writing it down, reporting it back.
Reporting it back to who?
I don't know. Some unknown benefactor of hers. Oh, it's Chun that's lurking, he says.
Chun's lurking. All right. John, why don't you hop in the stream with us? Come on. Be scared. Well, I won't bite. Unless you ask him to.
Only when the thirst takes over me. Have you heard of this animated movie? It's an anime. It's called Promare.
No, but I'm not. I'm not up on animated movies.
I think it came out earlier this year, and it was in the theaters. I don't know how to describe it. All I know is I came away from that movie thinking, is this what the young kids like? Just too many flashy stuff. There's like too many blinking lights.
Chun says he's trying to draw Coulson.
Agent Coulson.
Bill Paxton was a villain on the show. I think you would have liked him.
Who did he play?
He played like a double crossing agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on that thing. Oh.
He was one of the intros for Hydra.
So he was a Hydra agent, huh?
Yeah. But he wasn't a good Hydra agent. He was because he was more mercenary. He wasn't Hydra because of ideology. You know, he was.
Right. Sort of like a hired gun, man, right? Just
He was like turned. He's like, hey, want to be on the winning side, kind of thing, you know.
I can see him totally playing somebody like that.
They had some really good actors come in the show. You know, Powers Booth.
Yeah.
Because he was in the Avengers movie too. I don't know if you remember that, or in the Winter Soldier movie, one of the council.
Yes.
One of the World Council.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's Hydra also.
Oh, and he shows up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as that character?
Yep.
Nice.
And then he died. in real life, and
I really like this character in what's that Wyatt Earp movie? With, the one with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer in there. Tombstone.
That was a Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone.
Wow, that looks redder on screen. I think I need to change my color because it's much more like a brown on my paper than it is on the screen. Let's see. Can I adjust colors? Focus, white balance, exposure, resolution, and color balance. Exposure, I want to do it. White balance, maybe. It's closer. It's closer to what I see. It's still a little. You know, go with it there. It's closer to what I see anyway.
It's close enough.
John, show me your Coulson. Come on.
Oh, shoots. I forgot one more thing. Does this guy have any powers?
No, he's like the most normal guy in the bunch. But his preferred weapon is this shotgun with an axe attached to it.
Shotgun with an axe.
Shotgun axe.
Oh, I think John's watching.
Be back.
Shotgun with an axe. Does he have? Oh yeah, he has both hands.
Yeah.
Thinking, is he trying to be like Ash?
No, but he's the one that chopped off Coulson's hand.
Why?
It's part of the Inhumans story arc where people were being changed into Inhumans, but at the time people didn't understand what was happening. So Coulson started to cocoon, like where they go in to become an Inhuman, because he was holding on to a Terrigen crystal. So Mackenzie cut off his hand that was holding the crystal, so he wouldn't continue to cocoon.
Well, he could be a badass Inhuman.
Could have been. This wasn't meant to be.
Were any of the Inhumans from the TV series in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No. So even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't want to have anything to do with that show.
Good call.
We got the big gray again.
When you post that to your Instagram, are you gonna tag Ming-Na? Don't.
So far, she hasn't responded though to any of my.
Oh, that's it. I'm no longer a fan.
I'm still a fan, but see, you can't see. I'm wearing my Ming-Na shirt. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
To keep me in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mood.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mike, you win. Okay.
So my Agent Manos. Agent May with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Agent Minos.
Manos. Anyways, I subtitle it Imagine the Possibilities. Agent May with the Infinity Gauntlet.
What do you think she would do?
I don't know. She wouldn't put up with much bullshit, though. A lot of people would have disappeared too, you know. Not the same people, but a lot of people. I don't think it would have been random.
When people disappear, do they go like, "Oh yeah, I can see why"?
Yeah, seems about right. Let's see. So, anyway, I think I'm going to make the tactical gear like a light tan. What do you think? Just for a change of pace?
What do they normally? What color?
Well, Shields, everything tends to be shades of gray.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'd give them like a desert.
Yeah. Like the military, they have those different fatigues, right?
Let me change the face. And the Shield definitely likes their shades of gray.
They wouldn't be Shield without it.
I think it's a better way for me to operate though on these streams though. If I have like a theme where I'm drawing something, it keeps me more productive. I think.
Yeah. Sometimes we spend a lot of time thinking like, oh, what do I draw now? Yeah.
So keep me a little more productive. I don't know what my next theme should be. I was thinking about riffing off of you there, Ron. Maybe we could do Geiger.
Geiger. Oh, that sounds good.
Just do an alien, xenomorph stream.
Oh, yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm trying to think of what I'm going to stream again now. I've got an interview tomorrow. I've got an interview Wednesday. I've got an interview Friday. So it probably wouldn't be till Saturday.
Yeah, Kaimana. I didn't know how did you get Kaimana?
What do you mean how to get Kaimana? I know Kaimana.
I know, but he hasn't. I haven't heard from him in a long time. He hasn't been showing up in any of the, like the Nerd Watch streams or anything like that.
Yeah, I just reached out to him and asked. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. I got nothing else going on. His tattoo artist can't work right now.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how I get everybody. I just ask. Not everybody's like you. Some people actually say yes, Ron.
Thank goodness for them, those type of people.
32.
During one meeting, I started, reciting or just informing the rest of the people about, basically the COVID statistics. And then, one of the girls.
You're just a ball of fun, aren't you?
And then one of the girls called Ronnie Downer.
Like Debbie Downer. Womp womp. That's what I would have done. I'd have just made the noise, Ron. Womp womp.
No, we have a Ronnie Downer.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No.
Okay.
But people, on the news today, there's a lot of these restaurants are not following the stay-at-home order, or what do you call that for the restaurants? Do not open. Yeah. You're not essential, but
Oh yeah.
Everybody likes to say, everybody's job is essential. Now it's like all jobs matter. Okay.
Well, the part that made me chuckle was, when they initially said, these are the jobs that need to be considered essential. It's all those minimum wage people that people shit on all the time,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't pay these guys $15 an hour, but we need them there when we need them.
Yeah. Unbelievable, right? The way we think. See all those field workers too. Like, yeah, send them home, right? They're not essential. You know what I don't understand though is
Algebra,
well
calculus.
that too. I stopped understand. I stopped trying to understand that after I fulfilled my math requirements in college.
Sorry, just something I throw out there when people say, you know what I don't understand.
The why are these farmers throwing away a lot of their crops? Is it because they have no one to deliver it?
Well, the distribution system's kind of broke down. Yeah.
Oh. I thought
So I think buyers are a big factor too. Is like nobody buying it, and we're not just, and they won't just give it away. You know how it is.
yeah.
Um,
So they rather destroy it. Jeez.
well,
Speaking of calculus, I went because when I was in engineering, I went all the way up to calculus 3.
oh wow.
And to this day, I have no idea what any of that was about.
I failed calculus. I took calculus in high school, and I failed it. I'm not one of those guys that say I hate math or anything, but I didn't like the prove it stuff. And prove why this works. And it's the formula is like one line of formula, and it takes 6 pages of math to prove it. And I don't think I had the patience for it. So I didn't pay much attention. I wasn't a good student. My calculus teacher, you know Tom Skerritt, the actor Tom Skerritt?
Mm-hmm.
He looked like Tom Skerritt, and he was very monotone. So, it's like it's a topic that didn't interest me to begin with, and then I get this teacher that was like very unenthusiastic. It's like so I just kind of checked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, but you took it in high school. Wow.
Yeah. So, I didn't do half my homework, but I still managed to get a C on the final exam, considering I didn't do much the whole year.
Hey, that's passing. C is passing.
The test, yes, but it wasn't enough to offset the rest of the grades.
Oh, so what was your final grade?
I failed calculus.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like even though, I still got a C on the final exam, even though I didn't do well the rest of the year. I mean, I understood enough to get a C on the exam. Yeah.
And that was your senior year?
Yeah, it's my senior year.
You don't have to take it again then.
Yeah, that was the one. Oh, this brush is dead. See that? It didn't even flex.
It's all dried out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace the brush on that one. Darker brown for the handle and the wood accents on the shotgun. They're gray too, but that's something different. Everything in Shield inventory is gray or black or. Just doesn't make for a very dynamic drawing,
Makes for. Yeah, you're right.
If everything's just shades of gray.
You saw that Fred Willard passed away, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, huh?
Yeah, I really liked his roles in the Christopher Guest movies.
I was saying he was like one of the low key funniest character actors.
Was that the one Best in Show? That
Best in
line,
Show.
yeah, that line when he was saying like he's telling the other announcer like, "How much can you bench press, huh? Honestly, how much can you bench press?"
Getting there. The only thing about the theme was is it draws less people, but maybe the alien theme will be more popular. The Geiger theme.
Yeah, everybody likes guy. Everybody likes monsters.
Everybody likes monsters. Yeah. Geiger made or was involved with a video game in the '90s. A horror video game.
Which video game?
I
Alien?
can't remember the name. No, it wasn't Alien. It was like a haunted house kind of thing. But it was one of those games that was so hard to play because they were doing cutting edge art at the time and everything was on CD, so you had to like wait for stuff to load off a CD. Like playing Myst. Remember Myst?
Honestly, I love Myst.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like everything was CD based, so you had to like wait for it to load.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with this horror game. Like, you have to look it up and see what it was called. But I had it. And I don't think I got maybe a quarter of the way through it, and I just had to give up because it's like it was too painful to, for the load times and stuff. It's like this is no fun. I just tired waiting for stuff to load half the time.
The good old days.
It's a shame too, because it was Geiger inspired horror artwork.
Yeah.
Let me see. Look it up. Geiger video game, right? Geiger or Geiger?
I thought it was Giger.
Darkseid. It was called Darkseid.
Darkseid.
1992.
Were you good in any of the arcade games?
Not really. I like the one that was like the Olympics. Do you remember that one? I can't remember what it was called.
The one that was like the Olympics.
Yeah, it had like the track and field events.
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So you'd have to like button mash and make sure your timing was right to do the hurdles and.
Right.
It was like you learn to do this real quickly to make sure you're running with. That's how you would run. You'd tapping the button like that. I can't remember what it was called though.
I used to like playing Double Dragon. And there was like this one technique, this one move, which was like the end all move. You could just go through any level by just doing this one move. And it's that backward elbow hit.
Oh, okay.
If you could just do that, time it perfectly, then you could get past any level.
Speaking of Double Dragon, did you watch that movie?
I think I did because I remember parts of it.
Wasn't that the one that had Alyssa Milano in a martial arts movie?
I think so. I think so.
Alien Geiger night sounds good. Chun, if we have a Geiger night, will you come in?
And you can draw Venom because Venom
Venom?
is an alien.
Yeah. Venom is, I don't know if he's can tout it as Geiger inspired, but he certainly looks like it. Especially depending on who draws him. Come on, Chun, you can't be a lurker all the time, man. Chun, do you get to draw much anymore? I mean, buggy how red he looks. Because he's brown on the paper, I swear.
I think it looks fine. Yeah, there's a little red. I think it looks okay.
Yeah, it's projecting red, but I swear he's actually brown.
Yeah, it might be the screen.
As bright as it'll go. I wonder what happens if I just zoom in. Does it help the color at all if I zoom in? No, he still looks red. Dang it.
Yeah, he is on the more reddish side, but
Just Chun says to be trying to do the digital thing for a while, the learning curve. What on an iPad or on a tablet computer? What are you using, Chun? It's like everybody seems to be on the iPads these days, all the artists. And I'm an old PC guy, so I went with the Surface Book when I decided to get a mobile computer, a mobile tablet.
iPad, that's the end thing these days. Drawing on your iPad.
He has an iPad, tablet, and a Cintiq on the computer. Is that at work or at home? Cintiqs, you should not have big bucks if you're using a Cintiq at home.
Yeah.
Corel Painter, Photoshop, Sketchbook Pro. So he's on a PC, it sounds like. Well, no, iPad would be Mac. Corel Painter. I guess Corel Painter is dual platform. Photoshop's dual platform. Sketchbook's Android PC though, isn't it? Well, you can use it on Mac too. I forget. Yeah, I guess it could be on Mac. Knows you what I know. Come on, John. Alien Night. Alien Night. We could do it.
Mm-hmm.
What if we did a Venom Night, John?
It's all Venom.
Would you be able to resist a Venom Night?
Venom and all his symbiotes or whatever you call them.
Yeah. Like I tell Darren, he says he hasn't used Copics until tonight. It's like, well, they're just a tool. These people that rave about Copics say that you got to use Copics. It's like, yeah, just a tool.
Right. That's right. It's just a tool.
Like, I mean, I invested in Copics too, but I'm not. I don't think I've ever been kind of that elitist. Like, these are what you need. Like, get whatever you can get, and put the time in to learn it. If all you can get are Pentels or Crayola markers, then get them. Just put the time in, wear them out. Learn how they react to paper and different surfaces, and you can still make cool art with them. That's why I'm not a teacher. Yeah, resist the expensive tools. If you can afford it, great. If not, don't kill yourself to get the expensive stuff. Like I say, you can make great art with a stick and an ink pot. People think they need to invest in stuff. It's like, no, what you need to invest is time. As my friend Ron Catiguy would say, pencil mileage.
Pencil mileage.
Right? You got to put in the pencil mileage. There's no replacement for putting in the pencil mileage.
Just keep drawing. Eventually, it'll be just like muscle memory. You just do it automatically.
Alrighty.
You know what markers I used to like, and before all this, the digital age.
Wait. Let me think. I can probably guess. Let me just rack my brain for a second. The art markers. The what the heck is that brand? I can picture them. They were before Copics. They were like the ad agency and illustration. Commercial designers pen a marker of choice. Yeah. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. It's Prismacolor.
No.
The Prismacolor art markers. Which ones were they?
Design.
Yeah.
Design markers. I love those markers. For some reason, they blended the way I wanted it to blend. The ones back in the School of Architecture, I wonder if it was Copics that everybody used. What's another brand?
Well, like I said, the Prismacolor were the art markers. The ad agencies and stuff were big on those.
I think design was before Prismacolor, I think. Somebody told me they were toxic. Maybe that's why they stopped.
Tombow was another one. The Tombow is a little more low end, I think. The Tombow was like one of the first ones to come in with the brush pens.
Mm. I guess they were Copics then. I can't think of any other brand.
Sean's saying Pantone markers. Mean smell though.
Yeah, I've used those too. They don't come close as design markers though.
Okay. Trying to figure out if I want to start this last one or not. So I did two of.
Oh, nice.
Going on to Quake.
Yes. What was her name?
Quake.
The actress.
Oh, Chloe Bennett. What I drew doesn't really look like Chloe though. I kind of made her more Asian. It's the nose. I buttoned the nose.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'll probably color this one later. Getting tired.
All right.
Getting old, man. Sad.
Yeah, we're all getting old.
Yeah, well, and then, because I get up the same time no matter if I'm working or not, or in the office or not. So my alarm still goes off 5 o'clock every day.
Jeez.
So, yeah. Nine is like getting ready for bed, and 10 is bedtime. All right. Well, Ron, thanks for hanging out. Chun, thanks for hanging out.
No problem.
You want to plan on a Saturday Geiger Day?
Yeah, Saturday Geiger Day, John.
Saturday Geiger Day. Maybe we could do a little earlier too. That would help. So, Chun, what do you say? What's a good time for you on Saturday, Ron?
Oh, I guess any time. We're always staying home, so.
Yeah. I'm not doing any interviews this coming weekend, so I'll probably take a week off for interviews too.
After this round.
Yeah, next week. Not the week we're in, but the next week I'll probably take off because that'll be like setting up for the convention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that wanted to do an interview?
Well, I'm only reaching out like a week in advance because I can't schedule them fast more than that.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I could, and I've got lots of people I can ask, but it's like I don't want to schedule 2 or 3 weeks out. So, Chun's got to do an interview yet, and Ron's got to do one yet too.
Nah, you don't need me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ron, you got stories. You have stories.
Nah, nobody wants to hear these stories.
I do. I want to find out how you went from architecture to animation and.
Oh, that's a long story.
See, there you go. All right. Well, how's 4 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. your time
That's
Saturday?
fine. Yeah, it's
All
fine.
I mean, I'll go ahead and schedule it in so I don't forget. John, how's that sound for you? 7 p.m. or 4 p.m. Geiger time? Not sure if he's still there.
It's just for you, Chun.
Okay, so we'll plan on 4 o'clock Geiger. 4 o'clock Saturday for Geiger theme.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Ron. Thanks for hanging out.
All right. Good night.
Chun says I probably go later. Okay. Well,
Whatever.
we'll start earlier and go longer, so maybe you'll have time to hop in.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
All right.
Ending in 3, 2, 1.